Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Asim. I'm working as DevOps engineer. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can spin up the EKS cluster using the CloudFormation stacks, and we are going to deploy those CloudFormation stacks through the Bash scripts. So let's begin. And I am also going to cover the deployment of ALB ingress through Helm, and the Helm version is going to be the latest Helm 3. So let's begin. As you know, uh, as usual, I've created the whole scripts and stacks for you guys. So let me show you guys those scripts. So if I open this directory in my Visual Studio Code, and you will see all the stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys the deployment stuff, which is going to be the deployment of VPC, and this is the bash script which is going to deploy the CloudFormation stack. So you just have to almost simply fill the form where you define your VPC CIDR, your region, public private subnets, your key, stack name, what is going to be the stack name, and uh, the bucket. So enable VPC peering or not, or whatever. I mean, is there you have to describe. So it is pretty much simple, and everything is automated in a way that these are the environment variables which is going to create the CloudFormation stacks, CloudFormation VPC stack, and it is going to create that particular key which you described above in your local system, and it is going to deploy that. So you don't have to worry about the code what it is going to do. So you just simply have to fill the above part which I've shown you. So you have to simply fill this form, and rest of the settings are going to be uh, according to that particular thing. Stack name should be the one which is going to be, it is going to be remain same. What I mean by that, that this stack name is gonna be the name of your EKS cluster. So let's begin. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to navigate into this particular directory, and let me zoom in a bit for you guys. So if I do cd into this, okay, cd. Okay, so I'm going to deploy this stack, deploy VPC. So it is gonna create that particular stack. So I've already created this particular key, which is the PAM key, and it says stack name not supplied, but it is going to create that particular stack. So let me open my AWS, and I have already configured my access keys and secret access key. If I navigate to the CloudFormation uh, tab, you will see this tag is going to be created with this particular name I've just shown you guys. This is the Cloud Geeks CA cluster EKS. So if I navigate to this side, this is the same name through which it is going to create that particular stack. And in this particular stack, let me show you guys that I am also creating 3 NAT gateways for the high availability. And if you navigate to the VPC section, in this particular VPC stack, we are going to deploy our EKS cluster. So you can say it is very much customized cluster. It is highly secure. This is the tagging I need, and in such tagging subnet, I will be I will be deploying my stack. So these are the public private subnets, and all the settings are going to be defined in the stack. If I navigate to the NAT gateways, you will see 3 NAT gateways are in pending, and elastic IPs are going to be attached with them. So this will take about 2-3 minutes. Till then, I'm going to pause the video, and then I will be coming to my EKS deployment section. So the prerequisite, I need to tell you that as I am using the Windows, you can also deploy this particular stuff in Docker containers, which I mean that you should have all the packages. I have already installed the EKSCTL or AWS CLI in Windows. You can use the Choco install to deploy, I mean, to install all these packages. So I have already installed the kubectl as well. So these are the prerequisites. You should have all this these packages already installed in your system. So till then, I'm going to pause the video. My stack is VPC stack is available. I'm going to resume. So guys, our VPC stack is ready, which means that our VPC is available. So we are going to simply, I mean, deploy our cluster, our EKS Elastic Kubernetes cluster in this particular VPC. So if I navigate to EKS cluster, so the code with regard to the deploy VPC is going to be the also a bash script. So let me show you that. This is the form you just have to follow. I mean, according to your needs. I mean, I should tell you from the start that this tag name should be the same as your. Let me show you that as your stack name is going to be the same your EKS cluster. So because I have done the setting with regard to the ALB ingress, and there is some tagging required. So some tagging and um the stuff with regard to the ALB ingress is that if you want to deploy the public ingress, public application load balancer or external load balancer, you can do that. I also done the tagging in a VPC, so you don't have to do anything. Also, I've done the tagging in the private subnets. So as far as the settings are concerned, you don't have to do those settings. Tag is, I guess, /ELB and key. This is the key and value is 1. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to first of all show you this stuff as well. So these are the three environment variables. Let me simply copy those and paste it here. Why I'm doing that? Let me show you that. If I copy this private AZ, I'm going to simply copy this and paste it. And I'm going to simply echo this private AZ. You see, it gave me this particular subnet. So simply, if I navigate to my VPC section and navigate to the private, um, navigate to the subnets, you will see this value is fetching from that. So I've set up this regex, so you don't even have to copy that particular stuff as well. So if you see this ID DDA7, DDA7 is the subnet ID of this. So now, which means that I'm going to simply deploy my EKS cluster. So I already told you that I've already uh, installed the package with regard to the EKS CTL CLI. So please install that. And now I simply use this particular bash scripts where I have defined these variables. Let me show you those variables. So as I told you, the stack name is this and the cluster name is also coming in this way. So the cluster and name and the stack name are going to be the same. Region is VPC. This is the version I'm looking to deploy. The node group name is worker T3A medium. Deploy 2 nodes minimum and maximum I've defined. This is the auto scaling stuff. So node volume size is going to be 50. You can define your, I mean, whatever you like. So this is the stuff with regard to the deployment of our uh, cluster. So these are the environment, sorry, yeah, these are the variables. So these are the variables I showed you. The variables are going to update this EKCTL cluster. So I shown you all the stuff from the above, and this is the one I've showed you earlier. The private subnet AZs, AZ2, AZ3, public subnet is going to be covered from there. So this is bit extra that I'm going to use the ALB ingress access through this EKCTL, and these are going to be the managed nodes. So I set up this verbosity to 3, and SSH access is going to be allowed. So this is pretty much simple stuff. All is automated for you guys. So you have to simply use my scripts to deploy the cloud formation stacks, which we are doing through the bash scripts. So you just simply have to, fill this form and simply run it. So it is going to set up this VPC, then it is going to set up this elastic Kubernetes cluster, and in that particular elastic Kubernetes cluster it is gonna spin up two nodes. So if you navigate to the configuration setting, navigate to compute, you will see in a few moments, about 10 minutes, you will see two nodes and our clusters are going to be up and running. So recently AWS claiming that it has reduced the EKS cluster deployment time to 40%. So let's see. Till then I'm going to pause the video. Definitely you don't have to wait that much long. So I will be back with you guys in a moment. So let me just zoom less, so you will be able to see what is going on. So guys, our stack is pretty much ready, and now is the deployment of node groups. So if you navigate to this section and if you simply refresh it, you will see that the creation of two node groups are in place. So this will take a little time. Till then I'm going to pause the video, so that that is the thing I need to show you guys as well. But now what I'm going to show you, the last part of our deployment, which is the deployment of ingress controller. And let me show you that you should have installed the Helm version. So as I told you, you can use the Choco in Windows, or you can use any Linux distro, or either you can use the Docker and install the relevant package like EKCTL, Helm, or kubectl. So this is the version for Windows. I've set it up. So this is the description. So this is also the script, and this script is gonna deploy the ALB ingress controller in your EKS cluster. So okay, this part I have hard coded. I can also put a region. I should also I mean put a region here. So these are the values. So anyway, I guess these are the very simple and basic settings. You can have a look at those. So I forget to update this environment variable. Simply you have to put this here. So anyway, rest of the stuff is pretty much automated, and you see we are almost toward the end of deployment of our EKS cluster. So if I navigate here and simply refresh it, you see these node groups are active, and you will see shortly that it is gonna say deployed. So you see all EKS cluster worker nodes are ready, and I'm going to also show you the kubectl get node, and you will see two nodes are available with the 1.19 dot 6 EKS version. So now this is the last part I'm going to cover, which is the deployment of ALB ingress controller through Helm. So simply I'm going to deploy this via this script. So it is gonna fetch the VPC ID. So as I told you, I've set up the regex, and this is the cluster. It is gonna deploy that, and all of the settings are gonna be through that particular help. So guys, uh, you will see in a short while that uh, you our ALB ingress controller is going to be up and running. So it is setting up currently the permission relevant permission which are required for the ALB ingress controller. So and this will not take a long time, and I will show you that it is deployed. So pretty much automated stuff. So that is how you can spin up your in infrastructure in dev, prod, and QA, and that how easy it is if you use the uh, EKCTL. So some of the issues I am getting, and let me, oh, okay, that is right because I've spin up the wrong script. Anyway, let me show you kubectl get pods, because I have deployed the different script. From that particular script I don't have relevant permissions. So I'm gonna use the Helm script. So the script I run is not via the Helm. So that particular script I've already shown you in my previous video. So you need more privileges. So if I do kubectl get deployments and look the all deployments, and I'm going to simply delete this deployment. So it's not a big deal. Kubectl delete deployment, and deployment is going to be simply this in namespace cube system. So okay, cube. So guys, now I'm going to run the script, and if I see get deployment, you see there is no deployment, and let me run the script which I've created, in fact which I've shown you guys, and it is going to be this one: deploy ALB ingress via Helm. So um, it say no file or directory. Okay, okay, so this is the file. So now we are using that particular script which I have shown you, and that deployment is going to be the through Helm. So it is going to take a little while, and let it run once. In fact, I'm not going to pause the video. I'm going to show you. I want to show you this all this stuff till end, and this is the script actually we are running currently. Deploy ALB ingress via Helm. So the deployment is not gonna be um, time taking, but definitely it will take time in a way that it should set the permission, and it is gonna launch that particular pod through the deployment type deployment. So in the background there is working going on, and the best thing with the deployment of ALB ingress controller through Helm, that you don't have to do any manual stuff. With the previous in the previous video, if you use the I shown you, if you use the EKS CTL CLI, you have to manually update the ALB ingress controller deployment.yaml. So if you use the Helm to deploy the ALB ingress controller, you don't have to do anything other than that which I've already shown you in the script. So as far as the documents relevant, exactly targeted documents, I've already um, provided in this particular script, and I'm going to show you all the links which are going to be the relevant to this deployment. You see this status is deployed. So if I do kubectl get deployments, you see our ALB ingress controller is up and running. So if I do kubectl get pods -a, so our ALB ingress controller is up and running. So guys, that is it with regard to the all stuff, infrastructure of your EKS and ALB ingress controller in a custom VPC. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe the channel. Have a nice day.